It's Seltzer Time.
Pop and fizzle. Right into it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Seltzer Time. It's your boy Ricky, a.k.a. Dick Chuck, a.k.a. the man behind the can at Seltzer Time Official. Here with Travis.
What's poppin', guys? Welcome back to another episode of Seltzer Time.
Hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. We sat down with Ed Plant. He's the beer buyer and in charge of the beer program over at Fix Burger Bar. He's also one of the managers at Steam Energy Cafe. Travis, have you been to Steam?
Oh my God. After talking to Ed last week, I was hankering for coffee, something fierce. So I had to go the next morning and get myself a nice tall cup of Joe.
That's what's up. Yeah, I went over there. I had to get that breakfast sandwich. After hyping it up, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
I'm still really thinking about doing that juice. I don't know. I got to kiss food goodbye for a couple days, but...
Do it. We'll have you do an Instagram takeover just all over the Seltzer Time official account.
It'll just be like 2 hours of me crying.
Hey, whatever works. I also shot over to the Fix 2 days after that for the late night menu that we talked about, how to do that shot of Fernet and High Life. Ended up getting some French fries. I didn't get the poutine though.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Dropped the ball. But I did get chocolate spring rolls, which were incredible.
What's in a chocolate spring roll?
It's like dough and chocolate, and they give you these. There's like powdered sugar. There's some kind of red sauce. It's not like a marinara, but it's like a sweet,
like a cherry sauce. That sounds delicious.
Kind of cherryish. And then there's a melted caramel sauce, and it was
what?
Fucking awesome,
dude. Knock it off.
Yeah,
it was. Stop this show. I'm gonna have to go get something.
It was great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so this week we have Mr. Mike D'Angelo. Mike, what's up?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Dude, living the dream.
Dude, yeah. Any better, I'd be illegal. I don't know. It sounded good in my head. No, I wanted to get to the point that I want to remind our listeners that we are coming live from Technocopia, a makerspace here in Worcester, and you are absolutely going to hear some background noise. There's a guy using the router, so sorry.
True.
Hashtag not sorry. Sorry for partying.
Sorry for partying.
Hashtag maker's gonna make.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. Hi, Mike.
Hey.
What's up? How's life?
Busy. It's busy. Things been really killing it over here. We're going through a pretty big renovation with a big window project. Looks beautiful. Yeah. Beyond that, just trying to get back into the gear, like the swing of things. Like nice. Just because obviously major renovation like that's pretty impactful. So getting our classes back online, getting all of our shops back online. You know, it's just been a whirlwind of activity.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So,
as a member, real quick, I would like to go on public record and say thank you, Mike, for dealing with all this crap that you've been dealing with, because this space has been transformed and it's looks so much better. And I know it's been like a humongous headache. You and Lauren has been doing fantastic, and everybody else that has been pitching in.
Yeah, Lauren's been killing it too. Lauren Monroe, our co-director with my peer, she's been putting in a lot of long hours. It's been a lot. Can't wait to be done with it, really. Move on to like actually running the space again. I've been doing construction here for almost 3 years straight at this point, in one facet or another. Either that's our initial build out, building the metal shop, grant build outs. It's just building. I'd like to actually get back into that metal shop and start teaching again.
So just a little bit of backstory. Mike is one of the co-directors here at Technocopia. How did you get into working with metal? Like, how did that all start? Yeah,
so basically I grew up kind of poorish, so like I got to working on like my cars out of necessity. From there, I just couldn't leave well enough alone. I always got to fiddle with something. Had these, idle hands. Fiddling hands. Let's step that back too.
What's up, ladies?
Ladies. I got digits ready to fiddle.
It's a kid's space, guys.
It's after hours.
Yeah, right. All right. So I basically got into that. Started working as a mechanic at a shop out in South Shore. From there, like just kind of always kept it as like a second or a third job. Nice. I was doing people's brake jobs and just whenever I needed side money. Yeah. From there, like motorcycles came into play, like around when I was turning 30 or 26. But yeah, so I got into it. And when I moved up to Worcester, I had a few cars I was dismantling and shipping parts all over the world, like old classic Z's, and then motorcycles.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and I ended up at the shop, 97 Webster. There was a blacksmith shop there already, but I didn't go directly into that. My buddy and I, Corwin, went in on the space. He ran it for the first few years. Eventually, Ian Anderson and I stepped into that role. We moved shops a couple years later. We're on our own for a while, and then Technocopia, which was just kind of a hackerspace, makerspace of WPI guys, reached out to us. After they tried merging in with the blacksmith shop. I think things fell through with that. They were looking to buy a building. It was like this huge, lofty makerspace thing. They were trying to build the biggest makerspace in the U.S.
Nice.
When that didn't work out, they came out, found us through our friends who they were working with already. We merged in and we brought in Lauren Monroe's Worcester think tank, which was a kid's STEM education program. STEAM, so STEM with art. And then we basically started off in this space. This was an empty factory floor. We built out all the rooms here, and then this is Technocopia now. We created a board. I came onto that. And was running just the metal shop a couple years ago. I stepped into like an interim director role, and that became official January 1st of this year. Lauren and I became the co-directors of Technocopia. Yeah, it's been like awesome. If you popped back 8 years ago, I never would have expected to be doing this. I wouldn't. And this is still just like a full-time volunteer position.
Yeah.
Like my day job is what pays me. I don't make any money here besides when I teach, which I haven't done all year.
You have the craziest schedule. I don't know when you go to bed because I've never seen it happen. Like,
I've fallen asleep on your couch.
Well, yeah, you slept on my couch a couple times, but
Yeah, it's spits and farts. It's whatever.
Spits and farts?
Yeah, spits and farts. That's Mike D'Angelo's story.
There we go. That's title of your book.
That's the
you
worst byline.
I've seen you asleep on the couch, and I've seen you abuse the more than 1 hour rule.
Only under construction. Only at night.
Happens.
Yeah, no, I was up until recently doing about 96 hours a week between this, my day job, and my guest spot over at the old dive bar.
There we go.
Yeah.
Keeping me safe.
Yeah.
Keeping out the riffraff.
Yeah.
And collecting
protecting
glasses.
Ricky and making sure he gets home okay.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike's.
Sorry, Naomi. It's your job now.
Yeah, I went out and got a girlfriend. And now Mike lost the job.
Is that why I got cut early? Is that they got a security?
She's actually our door guy now. Naomi holds on the door when you're gone.
Dude, she wouldn't let me in last night.
Yeah, probably.
But she kept saying my ID was fake.
It wasn't.
Shut up. We're not supposed to talk about that.
All right, so what are like some of the projects you've worked on in the city through Technocopia?
Oh, geez. So 2 years ago and last year, we worked with Powwow.
Yep.
We helped out with the Welcome to Worcester signs 2 years ago. Like there was like a snafu with the guy who was running their router system to cut out all the little boards that the artist would paint. So Jess came down, used the space, used the equipment to churn out a bunch so that they could run the art fundraiser, which is huge, a big impact for downtown. Beyond that, like one of the better fundraising events that they do, I think.
It definitely has a lot of buzz.
Yeah, and it directly I think pays for like a kid's art program, so that's important.
Oh, cool.
So we helped out 2 years ago with that. This most recent year, we acted kind of as a hub for some artists. We did an event over at the Pop-Up in collaboration with a few other places. I was actually out of the country. I was in Kyrgyzstan.
That was a good event, though, with 47.
Yeah.
We also did a bunch of stencils for the artists out of the shop this year. So a lot of the Powwow logos you see on the murals itself, those were capable because of Technocopia.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great.
I got hit up last minute from a bunch of these dudes. Just so everybody knows, I'm also the graphic designer for Powwow, so I have a nice little connection as to why it all helps to work.
Man about town.
Yeah, I like to get around and I hate being bored.
There we go.
But yeah, so we did a bunch of the stencils and stuff, and a lot of the artists came through this shop and were just kind of flabbergasted. They all wanted spaces like this to work and, I don't know, people to work with.
Yeah, it's a really cool space for collaboration. Like we do have a few other people from Powwow that are here. That muralists from years past that use the space.
Current member. Yeah.
Current members. We have. We just helped facilitate a stencil project with I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's a bike path up in the North Shore.
Okay.
Member joined for just a month to use our large format laser, but it was various haikus along this path. I think they did something like maybe over 100 haikus.
Oh wow.
Was that or 38? I can't remember.
A
little bit of a range.
A little bit of a range. I don't, as a director, I don't know every single project that comes through there.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of the place. You don't have to. It's when anybody wants to work on.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to come in at 3 o'clock in the morning to come do some welding, as long as they're certified.
Yeah.
So you guys are 24 hours?
24/7. Yeah, 24/7.
So
you want to come here on Christmas Day and bang out those presents that you should have done
the day before.
Yeah. Not gonna say that I've done it. Definitely have done it. Christmas Day, taking a wire brush to a wire brush grinder wheel to the little reindeers I made last year.
I was gonna say, going so far as to use a different maker space to get his Christmas presents done.
They had a tool that I didn't have yet.
Nice.
But we have now.
Do we though?
Shut up. I almost took out that wall bind.
I noticed
not everything's
too,
bolted
in
after the construction. I haven't put it down all the walls yet.
That's
Settle
awesome.
down, Travis.
Yeah, geesh.
That's awesome. Cool. So you have a regular day job that you work a full 40 at.
Yep.
You pull 2 nights at the dive bar in the summer, and you're here basically the amount of a full-time job. Aside from running metal and being an overall director, I know you did grant writing and stuff like that.
I've helped with the grants the last 2 runs, as well as the Indiegogo that we were able to move into this building with.
That's awesome.
We raised I think $18,000 the first run out the gate. Which is super uncomfortable. I hate fundraising.
Yeah.
I hate asking for things.
Yeah.
I would rather just kind of toil away and waste my own life than ever ask for help.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Same.
Yeah.
So having a handout is really hard. The only way I could justify it to myself was I'm doing this for a 501c3 nonprofit. I'm going to help make an impact. And at that point I was just on the board of directors. So, the metal shop was a glimmer. We were hoping to get that up and going in the next year.
Yeah.
It's done a little bit of that. I also do a lot of manual labor here. As a director, it's not in the job title to build and rearrange the walls, but it is a DIY space, and being a nonprofit, we stretch every penny.
For sure.
There are we only have 1 paid employee, and that's Lauren. It's just, and that's not even a livable wage.
Yeah.
It's all just
A stipend.
a stipend, really, until we can get to that point.
Yeah.
It's a lot of burnout.
That's
it
crazy.
is. I'm happy for what we've been able to create. I'm hoping that we can just make it better and better every year, which I feel that we have. We still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
It's just, pretty much I wear every hat here.
Yeah.
You'll see me cleaning a toilet or plunging something or, teaching. I help run some administration stuff here, setting policies, cleaning.
Enforce rules.
Yeah, be the mean dad. Yeah.
If you need a fun dad, let me know.
Yeah, no. I have plenty of fun dads. They're all the members I have to be mean dad to. It's like mean dad and a bunch of fun stepdads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. So you mentioned that you were out of the country during
let's
Powwow.
talk about that.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I went to this event called the World Nomad Games. unfortunate optics of English as a second language is that it was the third World Nomad Games.
Nice.
So
Nice.
That's how they had it phrased on everything. I'm like, oh, it's a developing nation. That's the PC way.
So in which country are you in?
Kyrgyzstan. So like below Kazakhstan, next to Mongolia and China, the ways below Russia, you know. It was absolutely beautiful. It was a crazy event. I went with my buddy Derek Ring, a local Worcester artist. It was awesome.
That's so sick.
All right, take us through, like, are you flying into Kyrgyzstan? Is there like a big airport in Kyrgyzstan?
Yeah, so what's interesting is like flew out of Worcester for the very first time. Yeah.
Straight to Kyrgyzstan?
No. Oh yeah.
Worcester, go!
Yeah, they got some
JetBlue, we do
flights.
Orlando, we do New York, and we do Kyrgyzstan.
Bishkek. So I flew out of Worcester to JFK, which was awesome.
That's so sick.
So awesome. Not much of a layover there at all. International flight from JFK to Moscow to Bishkek, which is the capital of Kyrgyzstan, and then like another 4-hour ride. I think I basically spent a day of travel on each end.
That's
Moscow to Bishkek.
Yeah.
Like a 747, 737.
It was
plane.
there was a two-laner, I think, like
Okay.
one in the middle.
Okay.
It was a good sized plane, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Flew Airflot, you know? No.
I mean, this is making me sound so ignorant, but it's more that I'm curious and I don't know. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't. I have very few friends that have been to Central Asia. Like I have a lot of friends that have been to like Southeast Asia, like Hong Kong or China for work, Vietnam, you know, things like that. But like, not many friends have been like, oh, I'm gonna go into the stands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like
You are not my
backpack the
friend.
stands.
Yeah, you're the only person I know that's ever been anywhere near that area of the world.
well, that doesn't have a military.
Yeah.
Excuse.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, invitation. as you were.
Yeah, like you wanted
Is
to
it
go.
called an invitation when our military is in a different country?
Well, I mean, the
I think
countries are.
I think we're getting into some choppy water here. No.
They were invited by their command officer or
Yeah.
whatever.
There we go.
Uncle Sam. Their uncle's
Yeah,
inviting them.
yeah. Uncle Sam's just sending them off.
The optics on this one.
So did you? You're
It's an
right.
audio podcast, Mike.
Duh.
Oh, you mean I didn't have to wear a suit?
You look great in it though.
You really do. I mean, the bolo tie though is just
I went
top-notch.
to the Nomad Games. I got a rep.
It's true. Yeah.
So at these Nomad Games, like, is it just one really aggressive Marco Polo? Like, what is it?
There's a lot of different sports. There's traditional martial arts. So like, there's everything from like there's this thing called belt wrestling, and there's a few different styles of belt wrestling.
Okay.
For the different regions, like Kyrgyzstan had its own. I think Turkish belt wrestling was a thing too. But what they do is like there's women and men. Like
Okay.
it wasn't co-ed, but it was like they had a women competition and men competition in different weight classes. But like they would have this oversized belt that was like 3 or 4 times their diameter. They would stand straight up, bend at like the waist at almost like an L, and go like almost like chest to chest or shoulder to shoulder. Reach to the sides of them, wrap around in the belts, like wrap their wrists in it, and then they would go from like a scrum, and they would like try to like toss each other using the belts. The women's stuff so technical, like a lot of like girls like trying to like position and get leverage and things like this. But when it came to the men was just snap motions where they would just
Really?
toss each other. Yeah, it was nuts. They had sumo wrestling. They had
Well, because that felt very derivative of sumo wrestling, or like even connected to it.
Yeah, they had actual sumo. They had because there's like I think it was like something around the realm of 80 countries. Are engaged in this, including America. A lot of European, Russia, like a lot of, I think there was a couple African teams.
That's so sick.
Yeah, so like there was a Ghana team, I think, on the wrestling. Like and they had like a bunch of like really cool martial arts stuff there. But that was like off in a different facility.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of traditional stuff, like a lot of horseback related stuff. archery on horseback, dudes fighting on horseback.
Like two dudes on one horse?
Two dudes.
I watched that video too. I mean,
There we go.
Two dudes, two horses trying to throw each other off the horse
Okay.
in a ring. There was this one sport I didn't catch that I really wish I had, but it was like two guys on horseback and one would have a spear and they threw the spear at each other. I'm hoping it was a blunted spear, but if it hit the horse, it was worth points. If it hit the guy, it's worth more points. If the other dude like catches it out of the air, it's like worth all the friggin' points.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Peter would not be happy with this event. Let's put it this way. Like,
did anybody die while you were there?
no, a couple ambulance rides during the big headline sport is cockbaroo.
Cockbaroo. And
Yeah.
this is not the two guys, one horse thing?
No, it's not. No, poor Baroo.
Nice.
No, cockbaroo is basically polo with raised like pits, except for everyone's on horseback, two teams. There's no ball and there's like no croquet hammers. There's just a dead goat.
A dead goat?
Yeah, they play with a dead goat. It's an 80-pound goat with its head, severed, and its hooves severed, so you don't have really anything to grab on, just like the big furry part.
I really wish this was a video podcast because Ricky's face is amazing. Anyway, keep going.
I know that my girlfriend's gonna like hit you because you were there because of this.
Yeah, I know.
She's gonna hate this part of the podcast.
I don't tell a lot of my. I can't tell a lot of my more crunchy friends about this event. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm an animal lover.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you get into that discussion of like traditional culture, like whether that be native or First Nation cultures, where there's a lot of use of animal in their ritual and in their day-to-day life. These people are. The Kyrgyzstan people, a lot of them are still a dwindling population are nomads. Okay. So like they're just really coming into that city life from everything that I learned, at least.
That's crazy.
So like, but what's crazy about this? So they'll be they start on a sideline.
Okay.
They drop the goat at the other end of the sideline, center field.
Yeah.
And they just rush it.
On the horse.
How many people on either side?
I would say there's probably like 10 or more.
So we're talking 20 guys.
A lot of horses. A lot of people getting trampled. But they'll ride by and like, don't get me wrong, the Kyrgyzstanian team crushed everyone. Like, just destroyed. I'm talking like by 20 or more points, and it takes a lot to score a point. Some of the games I watched were like 3 points.
Really?
Yeah, and these guys are scoring like 20, 30. So they're riding by. A guy will hang off the horse, just sling it, like try to drag me, reach down and grab this 80-pound dead goat by the scruff while riding at full force, and then pull it up. They're like doing one-arm 80-pound curls of dead animal.
What?
They throw it against the side of the horse. They cover it with their leg. That's how they protect the ball.
Okay.
And then they'll start riding for the goal. They manage while riding. If they're uncontested, like there's no one in front of them, one of their other guys will come up and grab the reins of the horse and lead it towards the goal.
Okay.
And the guy will like lift up this 80-pound goat, put it to his chest, and then like huck it into the goal. And it's a shallow pit, so like it'll bounce out from time to time, no point. I watched a lot of Kyrgyzstanian slam dunks, as I like to call them, which case the guy would just like leap off the horse with it like hugged to his chest and land in the goal. That led to many of the injuries.
My mind is so blown right now.
I would say that you don't get old playing cockbaroo. Like most of the teams look like, in their 20s. Yeah. But then there would just be like one or two old timers. And it's like, that's the guy who's like a really good, he's the Ray Bork defenseman.
There we go.
He's not taking a lot of damage.
No, he hasn't dunked in 10 years.
Yeah. So like,
that is amazing.
So when do you want to start the Cockbaroo League in Worcester?
Oh, my buddy Derek was trying to think of ways to make that work. Like maybe bicycles, a sack of oranges, like,
Could you imagine bicycles with a sack? I would play. I would go to earn a bike and freaking earn myself a bike just to play in that stupid league.
Shout out Worcester bike polo team. That's a thing. Well, we're working on it. It's There may be an Instagram
Yeah.
already in the works. And by in the works, I mean like Che opened an Instagram for this. So yeah, we could add that to the roster.
All right.
Like, wow, we're gonna start doing the Worcester games. It's gonna be the Olympics. We'll do it during Wow.
It would have to be suited. You have to get like a Coney Island hot dog eating contest.
Done. We can do that.
Or no, is it like?
I'm gonna wear my Coney Island hot dog.
That's what I'm saying. Is it
uniform.
a hot dog versus pie contest somehow?
Ooh, that's a sore subject still.
We can bring
know.
that back.
I can't get into that. One of them is my member. You know, can't.
Yeah,
she took it kind of hard.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like really tight with Caitlin, and I was team hot dogs all the way.
Yeah,
We won.
Caitlin's a member here?
yeah. In the glass shop.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually don't think I knew that. I thought she just came
Yeah,
to
her
work.
and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Putting you guys on blast.
Damn.
Yeah.
I literally
No.
spent the entire day.
Caitlin, I can't wait to see you in the shop.
Like,
Yo, real
Caitlin, we
talk.
love you.
Anyway,
But-
sorry.
Congrats, Coney Island. I'm never letting it go.
Ouch.
Che dressed up as a hot dog for an entire summer.
It's true. We brought it to New York.
That thing
Yo.
was a gross costume.
You can't wash it.
No.
So that thing smelled like a stinky ass hot dog.
Who says you can't watch it? If somebody can wash Scratch,
Did they ever wash Scratch though?
I think they did.
I don't-
He would
I
look
need
a
that.
lot more like an alley cat right now.
That's very
He would
true.
have missing patches of
true.
fur.
They changed Scratch to mange.
Oh, you know what would be really funny
That's
and
so gross.
also kind of fucked up? If we did this, what's it called again? The Kyrgyzstani slam dunk?
The Kyrgyzstani slam dunk.
yeah, what's the game though?
Cock brew.
Cock brew. If we did cock brew in Worcester, right? Like cock brew on bikes, but we had like an oversized scratch doll instead of a goat.
It would have to be something heavy.
Undersized and filled with oranges.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
what if we
Like
took
a leg ripped off at one point.
Yeah,
It's
there we
like,
go.
oh man,
take
you
a
lost the
scratch.
whole point of contact.
Ah.
I think they cauterized it because there really wasn't a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Do they
you know.
drain it? They must.
It's 80 pounds. We got maybe. I don't know. How much does a goat weigh without a head? Can you look that up?
That might be like in a Slipknot
Is this
song.
like Joe? Is this like Joe Rogan? Like you can look this up. Get that on the screen.
We can look at that. We'll look it up. So, okay, Kyrgyzstani slam dunk might be my new favorite term. Mm-hmm. You flew back. Did you ride motorcycles? I know that was like
no, we
option.
wanted to, but like, don't know the rules over there.
Feel ya.
Last thing I want to do is go to the gulag.
Is that the jail?
Yeah,
Okay.
they were a part of the USSR, so like I'm making a Russian joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
44 to 310 pounds is the average weight. I couldn't find one of a decapitated goat. Go
Whoa.
figure nobody's doing those metrics.
You
True.
could just look up cock brew goat drained.
I don't even know how to spell cockbaroo.
K-O-K, cock.
Now it does. What's the thing?
B-O-R-U.
B-O-R-U, yep.
So, okay. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Back to Technocopia really quick.
Yeah, let's connect this back to Worcester.
Even though I don't know how we're going to loop this in, but we're going to. You said Caitlin's a member. So I know you guys do a thing, the open hack on Thursday nights.
Yep.
What is that?
So that's been closed the last month.
Okay, well, yeah, you
because of
guys
the
have done
windows.
fucking windows.
By the time this comes out, though,
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
be.
you might be-
Yeah, we'll
might be
probably be.
back up and running.
We hope to be open again. So during the open hack, basically, the outside public is able to come in and see the space. We run like an open house style tours. We also get them it's one of our more popular nights with our members because they're able to hang out, work on projects together, show off what they've been doing, and it's a good time for people to see our community because tools are cool. Don't get me wrong, we got a great collection of tools here, but
Yeah.
it's the community that really sells Technocopia.
For sure.
You've got a lot of people that are very knowledgeable in all sorts of different technologies and vocations. So you're able to bounce these crazy projects off of people that are super knowledgeable. So having people come in, also they can bring projects that they want to work on. The only caveat there is that they can't use any of the equipment. Only members can use equipment.
Okay.
But we've got hand tools and crap like that anybody from the public can come in and hammer away on something, show off a project, collaborate with our membership.
That's awesome.
Join. We also do we break out a couple of them into like social events. Like I think the third Thursday is a themed social event. Like we've done movie nights, we've done something for Halloween, like costume parties, etc. Final Thursday of the month is the Happy Hacker Society. A member of ours, Jacob, runs this info security and technology based discussion. There's always projects and things like that they do. It's super cool. There's always something going on,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah.
How many?
Sorry.
Oh no, after you.
As we continue to grow the community, there's only more people coming in and bringing new ideas too.
Oh yeah.
Like we've had this in the past year. We've had this breath of new life come in, and all kind of this new group of members that really care about the space and are putting a lot of time and effort into it. And as a member, it just, I don't know, makes me get excited for the space even more so.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that you would have probably been an out of place member 2 years ago, because we did like a real heavy push into art based stuff about 2 years back, and like that's paid off dividends. I think that's brought in a lot more artists. That's brought in a sense of creativity. One thing that we handed off by doing that. We haven't had as much, by moving away from WPI, we're not having as much tech entrepreneurs, programming, electronics classes. So I want to really focus on getting that kind of stuff back and going, because our offerings are a little bit weaker than most maker spaces in those regards. Okay. But what separates us is we're an all ages facility, and I don't know of really any other one that runs kids programs, adult programs. I've got kids as young as 5 members over the age of 80.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's
awesome.
Nuts.
How many members are currently?
I would say we're close to 100 before you get into the classes, because the kids classes, they're not technically members usually.
Yeah.
They're here for homeschool and after school programs.
Okay.
I think we service something like close to 100 families a year on that.
Oh, wow.
I would have to ask Lauren. That's something I've been extremely hands off on.
Yeah.
Something she's been doing 11 years. She is going to be way better at that than I ever am.
That's awesome.
She's on the list of people I'd like to interview.
Oh, you should. She should. She's absolutely fantastic and has just such crazy backgrounds and things.
And what she's done with Think Tank. I mean, I got the whole story of how she started over at Ecotarium yesterday, and there's some background there too and some connection. She's been at it for a while.
Yeah, because you kind of sync in with not only us, Ecotarium, the Center for Crafts, Worcester State. We did a big collaborative marketing thing with, you've actually done a lot of work around here as far as like helping get us squared up in our media.
That was just, that whole thing was thanks to Honey Hess over at the Worcester Center for Crafts. She handpicked 4 organizations that could come together and collab nicely. We're going to do that again this year. That was really fun.
That's right.
She's super cool. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she's retiring. Well, fortunate for her. She's deserved it. She's been at this for far too long. But the city's definitely going to miss her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was good in close with Joe Cox, the former director of Ecotarium. Miss him a lot. That was a great person at the helm. I have unfortunately not had a chance to meet the new director, Haley.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in forever.
Yeah, they came through unfortunately during our construction not too long ago. I was unable to be here. I have a day job. I'm not here all the time, unfortunately.
So part of the reason why you needed to be on a super early episode, do you have this on your notes?
No.
Is that you kind of suggested Ricky and I meet.
Should have put that in my notes.
What, 2 years ago?
Yeah, something
year
like
and a half
that.
ago?
Probably more than that.
So thanks.
Thank you. It took us a minute, but we got there.
Hey, listen, I've been trying to get Ricky a real job for years now.
It's true. It's part of Mike. So not only is Mike the door guy at the bar I work at, but Mike is kind of like my door guy in life.
That's great.
Yeah, that might be the deepest shit I've ever said in my life.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, so
that's way more important than my Technocopia work. I'm saving a life.
The same. Anyway,
so by subscribing to the sorry for partying mentality, there have been many nights when Mike had to make sure that I got home and tucked in safely. I was out late, drinking a lot of Fernet.
Doing
Mezcal
bad
from time
things.
to time.
A lot of mezcal. We've done some mezcal. There was a night with gin. That was pretty exciting. So yeah, the stories are endless, but Mike has always kept me safe, got me home. Yeah, it's beautiful. And now,
Sorry, I can't. I'm driving.
sorry,
I'm driving.
No thanks, I'm driving.
Sorry, I butchered that.
That's one thing you've never said to me though, is I'm like, well, let's stay out late. You're like, no thanks, I'm driving, because usually you have to make sure that I can get home.
Right.
Sorry.
Sometimes
because I can't.
Sometimes I don't even know I'm roped into your plans until you show up.
Oh yeah, I did that for a wedding once.
Oh yeah.
That was actually it was Ed's wedding
with Caitlin.
with Caitlin. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're just having this whole thing
All right,
together.
no, hold on. This has to keep going. I didn't know the story now.
Oh, this is a bad one.
So last week's guest, Ed, got married last year. It was awesome. In Worcester, it was a beautiful wedding. Caitlin and I have known Ed for like over 10 years now. So we both were there. Caitlin's boyfriend was smart. We did the wedding, did the reception, and then the after party was at Mezcal. So Adam went for like 10 minutes. Went, said what's up, did his thing. And then he was tired because it was pretty late. He went home, went to bed. Caitlin stayed with me, and I was like, yeah, like we'll get home. It's totally fine. But I'd parked my car at the dive bar, which is like, it's not super far from Mezcal, but it's also not that close. So we stayed the whole night, partied through with the whole rest of the wedding party. End of the night, when Mezcal closes, everybody else was staying across the street at the Hilton, I want to say it is.
Yeah.
Unos.
Yeah, they're staying at Uno's.
They're sleeping in the booth.
Yeah, right?
Save money.
Yeah, it's easy. So I decided that Caitlin and I were going to walk all the way back to the dive bar. Caitlin was like, no, let's get an Uber. We'll take you home, and then I'll take the Uber to my place. And I was like, nah, it's cool. My car's at the dive bar. Mike D will drive us home. I have no idea. I don't remember this at all. Me and Caitlin like barrage through the city. We get to the dive bar, and I call Mike, but it's Caitlin calling him on my phone. She's like, are you guys still at the dive bar? We're on our way. We get there. Mike has to drive us home because I'm like,
walked.
No, we walked.
Hell yeah! So quarter mile at least, maybe to a
It was
half.
cold too. I think it was
It was in August.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Maybe
I think it was like the
a rainy night,
beginning of
then.
August. It might have been kind of. Yeah, it was probably kind of gross at 2 a.m. by the time we hit then.
Yeah, no, you didn't get there till 2:30.
Yeah,
I was cleaning when I got that call, and you guys walked over from there.
Yeah.
You just.
I was
we were in a rare form.
Yeah, that was a disaster. It was great. I looked wonderful, but
True.
So we get
beard,
inside.
ladies.
So Mike,
Sorry, Naomi.
I didn't even know her at the time. her loss though. Sorry, Naomi, you missed out on a hell of a party. So but yeah, so we go inside, whatever.
Takes a village.
Yeah, true. Whoops. So Mike drives us home. But on our way home, we stop at the diner, the good old Boulevard.
The bully.
We've had many of breakfasts at 3 a.m.
Dude, breakfast tastes better at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's just
It's true.
That's just a thing.
There's no better diner in the city of Worcester than the Boulevard.
I think breakfast tastes better when there's people drinking like Crown Royal.
Oh yeah, Mike and I were at the Boulevard once for a shooting.
For a shooting?
The night before Thanksgiving.
Night before Thanksgiving last year, yeah.
What do you mean for a shooting? Like,
Yeah.
somebody got shot?
Office pop. Somebody took one out. A little sky shot.
Yeah, right outside. It was awesome. And within like seconds, there were cops everywhere. Like we were just like, it was starting to get a little heated inside. Then like the ruckus moved outside. So we're like, oh, well, classic middle of the night breakfast when we probably should be sleeping. So we get food, whatever. We're like hanging out.
We're sober too. This was one of our most sober events.
Very much so one of our most sober events. Like because we just worked the night before Thanksgiving. So it's a pretty crazy night. We get done. We're like, let's go get some food. We'll go back to my house, drink some beers. And yeah, so we're eating or whatever, and this like fight kind of breaks out. Everybody goes outside. All of a sudden, we hear a bunch of yelling, and then we hear "pow, pow." We're like, that was a gunshot. So we just like kind of sit there, like, well, I guess we're gonna die eating French toast. Like here we go again.
That Western omelet.
Yeah, Western omelet and BLT. That's our go-to order.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And fries and
fries.
those stale ass fries.
Oh yeah, they're disgustingly awesome. So yeah, we made it out alive though. There was a million cops came within seconds. Like it was crazy. they had all these people like in handcuffs, everything. So we pay our bill, we get up, we go to leave. This girl like runs inside because she got maced. So she's like, I need water. And there's like this other girl's like, you gotta put milk, like pour milk in your eye. Like it was nuts.
I was like, I'm not sure if that's how that works. It's not like spicy food, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way.
It totally is. It's the fat. It pulls the spices away. But regardless,
Yeah, good to know.
I watch a lot of.
Probably get maced.
What's the one? The one where they eat the wings.
Hot ones?
Hot ones. Thank you.
Oh, I just saw you've been maced a few too many times.
That's a
Travis, what
different
are you doing?
Madball once or twice, but that's a different.
Hey,
Anyway,
done.
Looking hardcore.
straight edge to life. For till death, whatever. That's how we're gonna beat down.
Yeah.
So
To finish up that story, you showed up and asked him for a ride, right?
Yeah,
Are you circling
so-
back? Sorry.
Yeah.
we show up, Mike is an angel and drives us home in my car. Like literally drives me and Caitlin home in my car. We stop at the boulevard. I fell into a booth of people, made an idiot of myself.
Not the same night as the shoot.
Not the same night as the shooting. Luckily, because I definitely should have been shot.
Yeah, that night you should have gotten shot.
It was not my
You
best.
tried to fight the entire boulevard.
I did.
Ricky, have you ever been in a fight?
No, are you kidding me?
No.
No, I'm like a little
Have your
child.
friends been in a fight because of you?
A couple times. Yeah, I talk a lot. I think
You're just not allowed to listen to any more Run the Jewels before we head to the boulevard.
That's
That's
it.
fight music.
That's how it's done. You put too much Run the Jewels on.
With the ski mask, that is my look.
Anyway, sorry. Run the Jewels, please come on our podcast. We love
Oh
you.
my God, LP, I would not be awkward. I promise.
Same. I might be, but
You guys,
I won't be.
Yeah, starstruck.
We'll go to the boulevard.
You guys need a sound engineer? I did radio.
Oh, nice.
I'll be there for that.
I mean, have you heard it yet? No, you haven't.
No, I
Maybe you
haven't.
should actually listen. And
Yeah.
then, you'll agree that we probably do need a sound engineer.
Ooh.
You're
I'm
hired.
not one.
Fifth job. Boom. So Mike drives us home in my car because he's the best. I fell asleep on my couch without eating my food because I caused too much of a scene at the boulevard that we had to get it to go. And then I don't know how. Did you and Caitlin take a cab? Did you?
Yeah, we because I had already walked home from your house a few times that month.
That month.
It was.
Yeah, it was a wild month.
quite the summer.
My favorite one of those though is that I drive Ricky home in his car again, and we get to his house. And he goes, dude, where's my car? I was like, well, I just drove you in it. And then he goes, oh, okay. Hey, you gonna come up and sleep? I'm like, nah, man, I gotta do some Technocopia stuff. I'm gonna head back to the shop. Like, he's like, where you park? I'm like, I'm at the dive bar. I just drove you. He's like, can I give you a ride? I was like, I looked at him. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? No, you go upstairs. You go upstairs and go to bed. He's like, yeah, man, but I just don't want you to, like, sweetheart, absolute sweetheart. He's like, I just don't want you to have to, like, walk back. And I was like, you can't. No, you're doubling up the amount of driving I didn't want you to do, Ricky.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah.
We didn't do it.
Sweetest kid in the world.
Hey,
but
I
offered to drive me home after I drove him home.
Yeah. Not my best.
And I'm stone cold sober because I was working.
You're a good soul.
Yeah. Ricky just isn't allowed at the dive bar when he's not working.
It's true. I have a girlfriend, so I'm like, oh, you want to watch Jeopardy? And like,
Hang out and drink seltzer.
yeah, like and it's the best. We eat the big Cheez-Its. Her sister and her sister's boyfriend were telling me about Cheez-Its. Like they make the big ones now, which I never had.
I haven't seen these.
They still, I mean, it's the same thing, but they're bigger, so they're better.
Okay.
I'm obsessed.
Is that how that works?
Cheddar Jack
Yeah.
is my Cheddar Jack Cheez-Its are my jam.
Okay.
I finished, crushed way too many of those boxes.
Ah.
I actually chased a kid. Rest in peace, Mike. I chased, not you, whatever. Chased him out of my room because he tried to steal my box of Cheez-Its. Took that dude and tackled his ass.
You killed somebody?
No. He decided to jump in front of a train later in life, but that's neither here nor there.
Ooh.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't think it had anything to do with my Cheez-Its. I
No.
really hope not.
No, I didn't.
But
There's no way.
you're not going to connect me to that one. So we're sitting at 46.
All right, moral of the story, get the big Cheez-Its. Shout out to Madeline for changing my life. telling me about those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come to the dive. I'll drive you home. That's kind of
Wait, is that something you offer to everybody?
No.
That's what I do.
I do it a lot.
I was
though.
going to say, Mike, I've seen you drive so many people home.
I drove somebody home who actually legitimately hates me as a person.
That is true.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
was
without naming names, how the hell did you do that?
We walked outside, and she's like this blonde girl, and she was getting talked to by this random guy. And I walk outside, and he hadn't been in the bar that night. We had some reports of like just some really strange people.
We know her,
coming
like,
around Green Street.
Right.
We see her,
know her. I
a lot.
don't like her. She doesn't like me. It's a thing.
Sure.
It's an open hate relationship. It's great.
Right. I look over at her. I was like, "Do you know him?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Do you need a ride?" Like in the back of my head, like Ray's just looking at me like, "Are you serious right now?" I was just like, yeah, I mean, like, it's just, it won't sit well on my conscience if, like, you get, if something bad happens here.
I mean, like, there was...
Or in general.
Yeah.
In general, but...
Nice to qualify that.
Yeah, I'm going to backpedal that one just a little bit. But, yeah, I end up driving her home, and then, like, she told me the whole time how she actually hates me.
So it did nothing to repair the relationship.
No, she bought me a really cute present, like, when I got back from Kyrgyzstan. Like, now we just have, like, a frenemy sort of thing. But mostly enemy. She told me how she thought the other door guy was cuter. I was like, bitch, please. We both know I'm way cuter than Josh. Hope you're listening.
If Josh puts the ponytails up, hands down.
He wears them in pigtails with Jacob's glow necklaces. I'm winning this one.
Dude, kid's a beach boy. That's what they do.
It's true. Is it?
I don't
the Beach
know.
Boys wore glow necklaces?
We had this guy called Josh, the beach boy, one night, and he's in my phone as Josh, the beach boy. I make a playlist for the dive for earlier in the night when it's not that busy and it's usually like an older crowd. And there's a lot of Beach Boys in that playlist just because when Josh walks through the door, it's my favorite thing when the Beach Boys are on. I love it so much.
Yeah. His meme game, fire.
True.
Absolute fire.
Nobody has a better meme game.
No.
TK's is really good, but
TK's is good, but not like Josh.
Yeah,
Josh
is
got that level of like real sad, like cry for help in there once in a while. It's
beautiful.
It gets me to the core.
All the really dirty ones you show me, do those usually come from Josh?
No, that's Tumblr. I think I'm showing you my Tumblr.
Oh, that's just your personal page.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's my personal page. Kink Daddy 420.
6969.
X's on both ends.
.nipplepiercings.com.
Yeah. I don't think they have .coms. I'm going to try to bring back screen names with like the lowercase, high case X's again. Like,
Angel Dust.
Angel Dust X's.
69. All my numbers are going to be 69. I don't care.
187,
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's Massachusetts. It's legal, right?
Yeah, we're
True.
open. We just opened in Leicester.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
good. I heard that
good chemistry, I think, got their nod.
they got approved. I think they get to start in March.
Rad.
That's what I was told.
Cool.
So,
I wonder what's going to happen with the summit.
I don't know. It's,
Well, if anything, they'll just continue to exist. It'll just be a little more easy for them to do it.
No, I think, you still need to get approval, I think, from I'm talking on my ass, but I did read an article about how the Cannabis Commission is definitely not happy with their, like, fly-by-night practices.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
that they're writing actual legislation towards private clubs. City of Worcester was up in arms about it. Like, I did some, like, read some articles from, like, I think the TNG and maybe WOMAG on it. But, like, who knows how long they can operate.
I understand, but I could totally see that operating the same way a cigar bar can. Like, you can't smoke inside any place in Worcester, but apparently over at the Michael's Cigar Bar, I can light up my cigarette time and time again.
Yeah.
Right. But it's similar like BYOB or any sort of licensing. If you piss off the commission, they're the ones who get to decide whether or not you get to continue to be a business.
Exactly.
okay.
I think as this whole legislation rolls out and as the interest grows, there's nothing but opportunity. Everybody's going to be looking for their fair share of money, and that's a good way for people to.
Right. I mean, like I don't personally smoke, but I think like the only thing that's ever kept me from being like pro legalization all the way, I do think that it should be legalized, taxed, etc. The OUI, I think that's the hardest thing to test for. It's because like they just kind of say, "Did you smoke today?" Or
Well, yeah,
or
because right now there is no roadside.
Yeah, right. And I'm hoping with like with more states legalizing, we might start seeing some standard practices there. Because I have some friends that have OUIs because of smoking weed, and it's just that seems sketchy until there's some real actual like scientific way of doing it, like blood alcohol.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And also just like how that's going to interact with bars, I guess, is like my, being a door guy, that's a hard one for me.
Yeah.
It's like, because it's an unregulated substance that's technically not legal to smoke outside of your own like personal dwelling.
True.
Or at these private clubs, like people get stoned, they might have had a beer or two at the bar, they get into an accident, where did you come from? You know, that sort of thing comes back on the establishment.
Sure.
You know, the people who work there that are legally responsible as well. Like,
Yeah, makes sense.
you know, there's a you know,
More to it than
more
just-
to it.
I agree.
Right, like even here, like I've got people that can operate like table saws. Like, you know, if they get stoned out of their mind and lose a finger or two to the radial arm saw.
That's why I said. Then you said radial arm saw.
Yeah, no, I stepped it back. I saw where you're going to go with that.
Yeah.
We have a saw stop that protects you from like lopping your fingertips off, which is bypassable. Please don't bypass it, please.
That's a table saw. Anyway, Ricky's looking confused.
I was like, this is probably something I'll never have to use.
Yeah.
So,
Although the Seltzer Time with a saw would be awesome.
Chainsaw opening it.
yes,
Be sick. We're doing that.
We're going to shotgun it with a chainsaw.
I like Ricky's. Even just the shake and pop last night. You see these being slow-mo where it's nice and erupting. It was glorious.
Yeah, dude, somebody commented on it. I wrote seltzer
Sexy.
porn, and I was like, there we go.
Yeah.
Seltzer Time after dark.
It's a geyser.
We're bringing that back after dark.
After dark.
After hours.
All right.
This is Delilah. No.
Delilah loves the one tonight. All right, Mike. So, past episodes, we have done kind of something we're excited about going on in the city of Worcester. You know, whether it's some like a dish at a restaurant or an event or whatever. And we just kind of give a shout out to it. So, what do you got?
Oh, man. Crap, you had already prefaced this too, and I didn't think of a damn thing. Maybe I am just a miserable, broken person.
You got like something.
No, I went ice skating on the Commons for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you have your own or did you rent some?
I rented some. I probably will buy my own. I only fell a couple times.
Mine are in my car right now.
I might have to, write Dan Rascott at City Hall. The ice wasn't exactly as groomed as I would hope it to be. It had a few soft spots.
Still early. They got it up.
Might have fallen a couple times. I definitely went full horizontal. Crashed my head off the ice.
That sounds like user error.
That was user error.
Happens.
I didn't know. It's been so long since I've skated. I didn't know that your abs would hurt so much afterwards.
Oh yeah,
Like everything hurt.
Well, I mean, so part of that's from the falling, but maintaining balance.
I hurt my balls doing that. I hit so hard that I knocked the wind out of myself, and for some reason I'm lying there and I'm looking at my friend. I'm like, oh, my balls hurt. She looks at me. She's like, what? I'm like, I've never had this happen before, but I hit myself so hard that my balls hurt.
We were joking about the Seltzer Time after dark, Mike.
Oh.
No, that's really unfortunate.
Again, follow me, Kink Daddy 420.
So
6969.
6969.
That's awesome. I've never been skating over there, but I'd really like to.
I haven't been skating in like 15 years, but it was a lot of fun. It's definitely something, as a New England man who wears flannel, I guess I have to learn how to do.
Hell yeah, I gotta do it. I grew up skating and I have never skated on that oval. Maybe next week.
It's kind of reminiscent of pond hockey in a way, but it feels like a little more groomed than that.
Yeah. Boards.
Speaking of which, just to like sidetrack real quick, did you see that kid who fought the Philadelphia mascot?
Gritty?
Yeah.
Somebody fought him?
Yeah. So like I guess during center ice or like half times or whatever, they let like little kids come out and skate. And
Intermission. Okay.
Yeah, they're like golden moment of coming out and skate. This kid chose instead to drop gloves with Gritty and got sent to the penalty box for his.
Yes.
Also, Gritty is a crackhead looking Muppet.
I love Gritty. I want Gritty on this podcast more than I want anything.
What would he sound like?
I don't even know if he makes noise.
Yeah, it could be like the.
But he's just the greatest. He's the greatest. I hate the Flyers.
Could be like the Philly fanatic or something.
I despise the Flyers. I've always hated Eric Lindros.
Yep. Oh,
Anyway,
Yeah.
he hasn't played in like 10 years.
He's probably longer than that.
He just got in the Hall of Fame, I think, last year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good for you, Eric Lindros. Fuck you.
Yeah, right. Gritty's better than you.
So, like, would Gritty? Who do you think would win, Gritty or the Philly Fanatic?
Oh, dude, Gritty's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, no
I think
doubt.
the Philly Fanatic's pretty nuts.
The Fanatic-
and I've seen him fight on Always Sunny. So, like,
True.
He does throw down.
I feel like the
blows.
Fanatic would win, but Gritty would go after the Fanatic's family after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's true. When they
Cut him with a
first,
skate, maybe like Billy Madison.
dude, when
Or,
they first announced
Gilmore.
Gritty, oh yeah, yeah. When they
Sorry.
first like announced Gritty,
Derivative roles.
he like went at the Penguins. So the Penguins and the Flyers have a rivalry. Gritty went after like the Penguin. Like they posted a picture of him and he like cut the bird's head off. He's like, I forget what the tagline was, but it was nuts. Like Gritty came out the box just like, hey, what's up? I'm crazy. I'm now viral. And he's been on like talk shows. He's the best.
He's been on talk shows?
Yeah.
Well, if he's been on talk shows, we got to find out what he sounds like.
I don't know. True.
Or is he just there
I think he's just there.
Yeah, I don't know if that plays
right.
well for podcasts.
We're going to have to move to the
Well,
video
it could be our
podcast.
Yeah.
highest rated one ever.
All right.
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Featuring Gritty. So, Travis, what do you
Stoked
got going on?
on Start at the Station, which by the time this comes out, it'll be done. But I hope you all go. It's this Sunday at Union Station. Start on the Street. Tina Zlody and her whole team over there have been doing fantastic work for years. And they've put together this awesome offering of all types of local creators and vendors. And for the first time, they're offering food. So one of my businesses is a food offering. We're going to do these little popovers. And we're hoping to have a really good day. We're just excited to see everybody. And, I don't know, people are stoked for holidays already and doing their Christmas shopping, their
That's
holiday
awesome.
shopping. And yeah, it's super cool. Gonna be fun.
I've never done Start at the Station.
I've never been, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I've been Start at the Street a couple, I think the last like three or 4 years. I think 3 years. But yeah, haven't been able to make it to the station. So
Yeah.
I'll roll through on Sunday.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
High fives for days.
Yes.
What are you stoked on, Ricky?
So I'm stoked on Vertigo Trivia. It's this dude Dan hosts it. It's every Tuesday at Vintage Grill. Like I've never really been to Vintage until I kind of got roped into going to trivia over there. It's awesome. Like he plays cool like song clues, and it's just like a really fun atmosphere. Everybody that works at Vintage is awesome. They're all super nice. Like that grilled cheese is pretty sick. That's what I always get. My typical order is like grilled cheese, fries, and I have a Miller Lite, and then that's kind of it. Like it's awesome.
It's like a toddler's.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Aside
I didn't
from
have any
Miller
chicken
Lite.
nuggets. It's like, I'll take the chicken fingers, please.
Everybody else does trivia. I just color. Like,
How'd you do this week? I made in the lines.
yeah, like
Good job, Ricky.
I color pictures of Gritty. That's it. We have like a whole squad that goes, and we're in our shout out to Raspberry Beret. It's our team name. So I think we're in 4th place last I checked.
Wait, so it's a league?
Yeah. I think this is the first year that it's a league. This is the first like full year I've been a part of it.
My brother did one of these out in Waltham, and I got to like guest spot on it, and they take it super serious.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are the other teammates like really serious?
So yes and no. We have like a core like 5 of us that go, or 4. Yeah, core like 5 of us that go every Tuesday, and then we have this rotating cast, which is awesome. But your team can only be 6 people. So last week we had, or it could only be 6 people to get points to count towards.
Sure.
It. So last week we had more than that. So we split the table into. I don't even
Who got sent off to the
I think
cast island?
well,
Triple A team.
We split it up.
AAA team.
We had like right. We had
soon.
2 of our. I think there's 2 of us were on like the actual Raspberry Beret team, and then 3 of us were on like the next team. I forget. I was like magenta, some kind of magenta hat or whatever. It was our team name. It's funny.
I'm starting to see why your team's in last place. Your management style is awful. Like you don't take off good point scorers.
I
and
know.
Put in nobodies.
I know.
Unless do a couple of you have to go back to the farm league for a little bit?
Well, their parents
Definitely
called,
me.
and they
Yeah.
wanted more ice time.
There it is. There it is.
Ricky's just coloring all the time. Send him off to magenta.
Yeah, but then I come
hat
through
wear.
with those like some of those questions,
The
like the
deep
sports
cuts?
ones. I kill it.
Yeah, that's the Blink-182 questions.
Oh my god, those Blink-182 trivia, I'd be so good at it. Be awesome. All right.
Is that why you agreed to do this?
Sir, what is
Travis?
Yes.
Angels and Airwaves?
Oh man, I saw them at the Palladium.
Fourth greatest band ever, behind
Hoopastank?
no,
You are dead to me. Dude,
plus 44.
I was gonna say the
and-
best Blink thing is obviously
Aquabats.
Blink, Aquabats,
Wow.
Blink, and then Boxcar Racer because that record is perfect.
Boxcar Racer.
Yeah.
I have not
And then
thought
that
about
plus
that
44.
in a minute.
Dude.
That plus 44 album was solid.
It's so good.
I liked everything Travis did with Transplants.
I
After
love
the Flag. That was
Transplants.
good. And then that Travis Barker solo album has to be one of my favorite albums.
Really?
Oh, it is so good. Have you listened to it?
No.
He's the only
well,
talented one in the band, right?
No. So he ends up
yeah, kinda.
basically he ends up getting together with all these hip hop dudes.
Yeah.
So it's them rapping over him drumming.
He just kills it.
It's awesome.
The stuff he did with DJ AM, they released these two
Yeah.
mixtape things that were so good.
It's just really broad.
Yeah, he's the best.
So
But,
he's like, what the heck? Who was Motley Crue's drummer?
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee. Or Tommy Lee's rap album.
Oh my, yeah, rap rock.
Hold on, I know what it was called.
He was in Methods of Mayhem.
Methods of Mayhem.
Yeah.
And him and Vanilla Ice went on tour. When Vanilla Ice came back out as like a heavy metal hardcore dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no me gusta.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Back to jail for you, Rob Van Winkle.
Yeah, Mr. Winkle.
Mr. Winkle.
Punk. So
Fonts forever, bitch.
what? On the flip side, what are you not super pumped
Methods of
about?
Mayhem.
besides Vanilla Ice coming back with Methods of Mayhem.
What am I not stoked about? I am bummed that the Citizen, my favorite of the niche joints, is closing up at the end of the year. Sounds like a building shuffle or something like that. New
That
owners
sucks.
or something. That's a bummer. They were definitely not the place I hit all the time, but
Yeah.
a place I enjoyed. Was certainly the strongest of the niche restaurants.
I'm a Bocado fan, but
Respect. You
I've
like them
never-
small portions.
love him. Yeah.
I just always end up there on salsa night,
Oh yeah.
or I'm watching an old dude make out with a young, maybe escort-looking girl.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I go for the churros, and that's about it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never actually eaten at the Citizen.
Oh, okay.
I've
You're
had-
missing out.
I've had
We'll
drinks.
have to go.
We'll have date night. We only had like a month,
Yeah, right.
so.
Sorry, Naomi.
Yeah, Sorry Naomi. This whole podcast should just be titled Sorry Naomi. It's just the true love between Mike D and I.
It's palpable. Like,
It's like,
I have
I'm
to
just
keep
waiting.
stopping him.
I've been waiting for him to make the first move for a while because I mean, look at that beard.
hey, we wanted to put this episode on YouTube, like video wise, but we couldn't do it.
Flagged.
Yeah, we got flagged.
Yeah. Their beards actually got stuck together like some weird kind of Velcro.
Yeah, well, I mean, enough paper mache.
It's true. No
Trying
man.
to become one person. Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so
Mickey.
fine.
two guys, one horse.
Two guys, one beard. We'll just braid them into each other.
There we go.
Oh my word, that would be adorable.
Oh, we'd be like some sort of awful Chimera person. Also,
so sick.
Chimera was an awful band.
I have a buddy that went to Hellfest up in New York and was so compelled by their set, by Chimera's set, that he got the tattoo from shoulder to shoulder on his back. The C and the Chaos Star. I kind of like, we're still mutual friend. We're like, whatever. I haven't talked to
So
him
you missed
forever.
the Chevelle set, is what you're saying?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if this tattoo still exists on his back, but I'd like to think it does.
That's you know what's funny is I always thought that their band name was pronounced Chimeria. I had no idea it was Chimera.
Not a mythology fan, huh?
No, not at all. But shout out to Reveille.
Oh, Reveille.
Yeah, that was like that same time frame. That's my band.
Dude, Reveille was one of the reasons my first band was a rap rock band.
Methods of Mayhem.
My God.
Was that-
No, we were called Trip Set.
Yes.
It was awful. We did a cover of a cover. So Factory 81 did the cover of Cypress Hill, Insane in the Membrane.
Yeah.
So we covered Factory 81's version.
That's fantastic.
And I had to try really hard not to drop N-bombs. So like a cracker like me is going insane.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is
Wow.
awesome.
That's awful. That's
Yeah, no, it was terrible. It
Yeah.
was not good. That and People of the Sun by Rage Against the Machine, that was
Yeah.
one of our hits. By hits, I mean we saw
One of our hits.
took from other people and played.
That is sick. We should start a rap rock band.
Yeah.
Bring
you
it
guys
back.
probably could tour with Mindless Self-Indulgence and what is it? Methods of Mayhem.
Methods of Mayhem. Dude,
They're still
Non-Point.
touring. Looking it up right now.
They're still touring.
I saw Non-Point so many damn times.
Yeah,
if
same.
it was
I love that
a matchup between Non-Point or Killswitch Engage in the early 2000s in the Central Mass area, it's like, oh cool, I'm going to Hatebreed. Oh cool. Did you know that Killswitch is opening? Or
Right? Hatebreed like just announced a show.
Killswitch, Jesse Killswitch or Howard Killswitch?
I saw both.
I know, but which one are we talking here? Because if I'm fighting
like
any of them, I'm not fighting Howard.
Original. So the Jesse lineup was
Killswitch
awesome.
now.
No, the original one.
No, because he's back.
Yeah, I know he's back, but like it just doesn't feel the same.
I'm with you. I haven't listened to a Killswitch album since that first one.
Yeah.
I lied to you. Since Howard's.
I mean, since Howard's last one. I think they did really well with Howard, but like, at the end of the day, like they were everywhere though. No matter what show you went to, it's like if Adele was playing, in Hatebreed would be.
I was gonna say I took my mom to see Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Acoustic Killswitch Engaged. Or opened. It was crazy.
They're doing Dio, the Dio cover.
That's incredible.
All right, so now that just happened, Travis, what are you not so stoked on?
See, I definitely had some and I lost it.
Besides the most recent Killswitch Engage record.
Yeah, which I haven't even listened to. I guess I was having a conversation this week and I found it really interesting. Feel free to chime in if you guys have thoughts on it. I think Worcester, as we continue to solidify our place in the state and in kind of like the broader region, we need to get out of the small town mentality we have in terms of dealing with people and like, I don't know, it feels like if you upset the wrong person around here, it's going to get back and get heard and it's going to have a domino effect. And I don't know.
Tell us more.
Yeah,
what did you
I
do?
haven't done anything, but I've heard plenty of stories.
Did you get into another marketing battle?
No, not anymore. No, but that's the whole thing. We're a big city. We're the second largest city in New England. We need to really start acting like it.
See, I've gone back on that. I think that we're not a big city. We might have a population, but I would love, and this is my own fault for not doing my own research. Maybe somebody else can do it for me. But I would like to see what the actual population before colleges is for Worcester. Because if you go to any city our size, they're actually built out like cities. Worcester's downtown feels like a big town. Framingham feels like this. You go to like Fall River or even like cities that were really cities, they have popular downtowns that don't shut down at 2:30 in the afternoon.
So that did suck. Last night I was trying to get a cup of coffee at 8 o'clock, and all I wanted was a friggin' cup of coffee. Brew was closed. Goddamn Honeydew was closed. I ended up
Joe's next door.
Oh my god! I ended up with a crown fried chicken because I
Our
couldn't
Dunkies closes at like 6 in the afternoon. A
Really?
Dunkin' Donuts in downtown Worcester closes at 6. The CVS like 6 o'clock.
Really?
It's like
The
yeah.
CVS was closed. 7 o'clock. I couldn't buy. All I wanted was some caffeine, so I ended up
Dude.
with crown fried chicken. Got myself some chicken nuggets and fries and a Coke, and
That is crazy.
Right.
So yeah, no, that was my thing I wanted to complain about.
Okay.
We need more things later at night.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that a real missed opportunity with the downtown City Square project was like it is so vertically challenged. We just put a major new thing downtown. You would have thought they would have gone tall with it. All of our buildings downtown.
Yeah, nothing's really tall.
Yeah, there's a couple, but like
340 Main was the first skyscraper.
right.
So-
You don't see much above
not very big.
4 or 5 floors in that area. There was an article, I think WOMAG was doing something about triple deckers being the backbone of Worcester. It looked like a cover story. I didn't get a chance to read it yet.
It was a cover story.
Let's tear them all down, make them 4 deckers. We're going up.
Quadruple deckers?
Quadruple deckers. That'll be the new Worcester thing. New Worcester.
New Worcester.
Hashtag New Worcester.
Quads everywhere.
Yeah, quads. Oh, the quad. It'll just be a bunch of kids playing acoustic. We can have our own porch fest because none
Check
of the
out my
porches are
Sublime
falling
songs.
off.
Dashboard Confessional Fest.
Oh, that'd be sick. I can't play guitar, but
No, you air drum.
yeah, I'll be the air drummer for everybody's acoustic song.
Yo, do you think you have enough in you? Like, that's a lot of sets.
Dude, yeah. Well, I can air drum for days.
It's because he's always standing. He's never doing any pedal work.
No, yeah, I know.
It's all hands.
Yeah.
It's all hands.
Yeah. When I
half-hearted at that, like Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, everybody who actually plays drums who's seen me air drum, I don't know how to drum at all. It's just a lot of like I make it look like I am. Sometimes I like hold eye contact with somebody and like make it feel like
Never does
I'm
crosses.
No,
Never
no,
crosses
do
over.
crosses. Like,
No one does crosses.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Neil Peart can sit there and cross all day right behind his goddamn drum floor.
Right?
Not normal drummers cross.
Yeah.
Neil Peart is a guy.
So I'm gonna air drum the out of Porch Fest. Also, there are even drums in Dashboard Confessional.
Some of them. There absolutely must be.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, there is. Because I remember the only like dashboard thing that I really took from that whole band was they did it MTV Unplugged, and it was fucking awesome. And he does play. There's drums in that, and I remember his drumsticks are like red and white, like.
Were they reeds?
Oh, maybe I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
I should know this. I worked for a drum company for.
I was gonna say with all this drum stuff.
solid
Like
amount of years.
Vader sticks. He was a Vader guy.
Yeah.
Vader.
I got these sticks, Promark, and fire beads. I don't know.
Are you making up stuff?
Yeah.
5 beads?
Promark's a thing. I don't know what a
beads.
fire bead is.
Wait. Technocopia After Dark?
Boom. God,
King
you should start a
Daddy
stick on
420. XX 6969.
Ricky, what are you not so stoked about in the city?
Nice. So I am not super stoked about kind of the local like media taking like a story and running with it before they get all the facts. The whole like Pawsox Stadium thingy that went down a couple weeks ago. There was talk of a bigger footprint. Instead of waiting or really fact checking, things got pushed very, very far. There was a lot of words thrown around that weren't necessarily true at the time, and it freaked a lot of people out. People were scared that their favorite restaurant was going to get torn down, or the place that their dad works was going to get shut down and torn down, and it just kind of like it caused a lot of hysteria for no reason.
Right.
I know it's, you want to be the one to break the story. It's different now with Twitter, and where you don't have to wait. You don't have to send it to print anymore. You just type it and hit send. It's out. I just hope that going forward, everybody kind of waits a second, get the facts before throwing things out there.
Especially this big.
Yeah.
And like we all saw Worcester. We don't want that to happen again.
No.
Like, everybody's real sensitive about it. But at the same time, like realize that there's conversations. There's definitely got to be.
Yeah, it's.
I think that a lot of people are running into issues like because of the war side and the way the city handled that. There's obviously skepticism towards like the city's plan. Also, the fact that like only 3 businesses originally were spoken for, and now we have another 18. It feels like another underhanded deal. So people are a lot more up in arms in it. And recent discussions of gentrification in the city, another change to Green Street, the loss of the Muni lot. There's if you own a business down there, there's a lot to worry about.
That Muni lot's gone?
Yeah, the Muni lot's going to be the entrance.
Yeah.
The one across from the dive there.
Tough.
Yeah, and I feel for like the Crompton building who, were had displaced after years of using that dirt lot, moved across the street to have another parking lot. That'll be gone. That'll be part of a parking garage, if anything.
Oh yeah, where the parking is now.
Yeah,
that's like where the field is going to be. Like
that's home plate.
That whole.
It's a bummer.
Thing.
It's growing pains of a city, and it's like I understand that. I think that people just want transparency.
Yeah.
So I think
that's fair.
Exactly. Yeah. I hope, maybe going forward, there's a pretty good relationship between the city of Worcester and its people, like the people who run in the city and the people who live in it. Mm-hmm. I think if the people who run the city are a little more open and are like, hey, just a heads up, this is what's going on, there's going to be less of a major freak out. Mm-hmm. Same time, there is a lot of, community meetings and team meetings and stuff like that about this. So if people aren't going to those and they're just basing their fact off, the one girl who lives in Worcester who hates the idea of a baseball team coming in, if she says something and then that spreads to, the next 50 people, and then that eventually gets back to one of the writers for a local magazine or a newspaper or something, and then they bullshit. That's not good for anybody.
No, it isn't. It's gonna be a long process. We got a couple years of this ahead of us.
Imagine,
seriously,
it's gonna be the longest 2.5 years of just everybody being stoked and everybody being pissed.
Yeah, and I mean you're gonna get a population on both sides of that fence.
For sure.
I'm lukewarm at best.
I hop that fence. There are times when I'm stoked and there are times when I'm pissed.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's most people.
Yeah. I'm stoked for sure. I mean, I love baseball and I'm really, really, really excited about it. But at the same time, I think the biggest draw to other businesses outside of the ones that are being built specifically for the ballpark are going to be the other events that they have at this. If you bring your kid to a baseball game, you're going to bring them to whatever restaurant the Red Sox build there. But if you're coming to see Dave Matthews Band or whatever band that's going to play there, then you're going to go to the Armsby Abbey and you're going to go to Nick's and you're going to find you already know where the rad spots are. You're going to go there. And that, I think, is going to be what really brings out, that's where the city itself is going to take something from the Red Sox part.
I think the only thing I hope for with this whole project is that it prospers that neighborhood, but it doesn't do so by cutting off the legs of the people who made that neighborhood worth actually going to.
Yeah, exactly.
The Crompton buildings and all of the other things that have made that a cool neighborhood and a destination spot for the city. It's one of the few areas that's they've put years into this whole canal district thing.
Yeah.
I would hate to see them just throw it aside for the baseball stadium.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So, everyone's just got to be a little more mindful.
Yeah.
Hashtag manifest.
Hashtag get David Ortiz to hang out with us.
Yeah.
.com.
I think he doesn't go anywhere without Gronk these days.
Get Gronk to hang out too.
Just doing Donkeys commercials.
Gronk won't even be playing by the time this thing starts. He'll be doing autograph signings for.
He's hurt again, right?
Probably.
I don't know.
Is he?
I don't follow sports
He's got
ball.
bird bones.
I love hockey. I'm not a big. Football's fine. Gronk's cool. I'd hang out with Gronk. You would definitely have to drive Gronk and I home though.
Did I ever show you when I met Gronk at work? He came in for an event because they bring it's a big company, so they bring in a lot of sports and the the freaking trophies and that crap. I look like a child next to Gronk.
Really?
He is fucking huge.
That's awesome.
He's a monster. He's an absolute monster. But he's got the sweet disposition of a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
It's just oh, you would break me
Aw.
You would just
Gronk.
break me.
Gronk will probably hang out with us.
Yeah, no, he'd be a fun dude to get absolutely shattered with, I think.
We'll do it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for episode 3 of Seltzer Time. Huge thanks to Mike, again, from Technocopia.
Mike D'Angelo, you can find me at Technocopia or Ninja Mike.
Hanging out with us, kind of giving us a little bit of a Technocopia, breakdown, letting us record here and all that stuff.
Thanks again, and thanks to all of you for listening. The response from the first episode going up has been fantastic.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you for all the shout outs. Keep telling your friends. We definitely need your help. Definitely follow us on social media at SeltzerTime Official. I've been Travis. You can find me on social media at Hunchback Travis.
I've been Ricky. You can find me at DickChuck77 or at SeltzerTime Official. That'll do it for this week. See you guys next week. Sorry for partying.